Hey everyone, I'm Tsunami. Welcome to my new video. In this video, I finally get to bring an idea to life that I've wanted to try for such a long time. And I'm telling you, once I started, the inspiration completely took over. I was so deeply immersed in it that I spent every free minute over 3 days working on this. I haven't felt this inspired and creatively fulfilled in a long time. Before we dive in together, I want to say thank you for another year on YouTube. Thank you for being here, for watching my videos, for every subscription, every like, and for your wonderful, kind, and often very interesting, insightful comments. And a huge thank you to my amazing patrons. You truly are the best. Thank you so much for your support. I'm really looking forward to another colorful year filled with new ideas, creativity, and art supplies. So about the idea itself. For years now, I've been following an artist on Instagram who paints her beautiful artwork on intricately folded paper. It has always inspired me so deeply. The name is Leo Mortem, and I will link the Instagram in the video description, of course. For such a long time, I've wanted to fold paper in a beautiful way and paint on it. In my own style, with lots of color, of course. But somehow, I always forgot about it or never quite got around to it. And the week before Christmas, I suddenly felt such a strong urge to just sit down and try it. And thankfully, I turned on my camera. I actually hadn't planned to film this at all, but during the process, I was so glad I did, because I absolutely wanted to share this with you. I had so much fun, and I'm sure it will inspire at least a few of you as well. What I'm doing here is a very simple folding technique, really the most basic one. You can easily recreate this at home. Basically, you fold a square piece of paper along the diagonals, then fold two opposite straight sides inward so that you end up with a triangle. From there, you can cut out any shape you like. I first made a little dummy using regular printer paper. I wanted the shape of a robin. Yes, very specific, I know. I found the bird shape really beautiful, and it worked perfectly. It's so simple, yet already incredibly beautiful, even without any paint on it. We all know this technique from cutting out snowflakes by cutting shapes from folded triangles. That's essentially the same concept. I also tried a heart shape using thin craft paper, and that worked beautifully as well. I will definitely paint that one over the next few days, but what I originally planned was to fold my robin shape from thick watercolor paper. I mean 300 GSM paper, because I wanted to paint it in using wet medias and lots of color. Ideally, I wanted to use Arrtx paper, but I was a bit afraid it might not work the way I imagined, and that I'd end up wasting expensive sheet of paper, cotton paper. So instead I used a 300 GSM hot pressed watercolor paper from Hanemühle, the Hanemühle Britannia hot pressed, which I really love using for things like aqua markers. It's a very good cellulose paper. I like it a lot. The first challenge was folding it. I needed a special folding tool and a long ruler. I think you can use a letter opener as well, or things like that. And yeah, as you can see, there was no way I could have folded such thick paper by hand without it cracking in the wrong places or creating ugly creases. Unfortunately, my folding and cutting tool, what I have here, was too small for the diagonal length of the paper. After folding, I sketched my bird shape onto the triangle and cut it out. You need to make sure not to cut through the sides completely. The triangles need to stay connected. I also left the center connected where the beak is, although I think that might not actually be necessary as long as the sides stay attached. It works, I guess. And just think about the possibilities this opens up. It's amazing. I'm incredibly inspired by this project, and there will definitely be more pieces like this. Cutting it out was honestly pretty tough because the paper is so thick. Maybe I will find a better solution next time. The edges didn't turn out quite as clean as I'd liked it. Next time I think I actually try the Arrtx paper after all. Once unfolded, I could sketch my image ideas directly onto the birds. I definitely wanted to include some text as well. This is also such a beautiful idea for a gift card for someone you love, or maybe a love note, or even a small illustrated story spread across the 4 sections. As I said, there really are no limits to your imagination here. Then I chose my new Holbein gouache set, the winter set, from the Irodori line. It includes this beautiful gold color, so I picked a few colors along with the gold and started painting. I began with a soft, transparent layer of color, then gradually build up more opaque layers. As you can see, I'm working here in my favorite technique, the negative painting technique. I basically carve out the important parts of the image, the elements that should stand in the foreground, by painting the background darker. Especially during this step, I can really sink into the process and fully relax. This is where I completely give myself over to the flow. One of the beautiful things about gouache and opaque media in general is that you can easily fix small mistakes simply by painting over them. You are also allowed to change your mind along the way. But this project isn't about perfection anyway, it's about the joy of painting and the pleasure of being immersed in the process. I was so captivated by this project that it was genuinely hard for me to pause for everyday things like eating or pre-Christmas family activities. My image idea is a life cycle. For that I chose a beetle. I've wanted to paint a beetle again for a long time. Of course, mushrooms, trees and flowers had to be included, all under a starry night sky. Maybe this piece is also a little reminder to myself. I'm almost always moving, there's always something to do, and my life feels very busy at the moment. It's a reminder that there also need to be times of rest, being full of energy, creating things, and then recharging that energy again. That too is a cycle. Either way, I had so much fun working in this style, a bit more magical, a bit more witchy, with deeper meaning. I absolutely love symbolism, and here I could really dive into that. I find it really beautiful to have some kind of personal ritual around the turn of the year, and this project truly felt like one. simply spending time with myself, something I don't do nearly enough, or rather don't allow myself often enough, especially when thinking about the symbolism within this piece, allowing myself to rest, turning inward, asking what truly feels good for me, and staying with those thoughts and feelings for a while. After that pause, I can take off again with renewed energy and positivity. I really gave myself all the time this project needed, and because of that, everything felt right and complete in the end. I truly love this Holbein gouache. These are honestly the best gouaches I ever tried. Gouaches? Gouache? What's the plural? Gouache, I think. They are wonderfully creamy and opaque, but they also look beautiful when used in thin transparent layers or glazes. And I love the color selection in this seasonal set here. I did add a white from Royal Talens because I wanted to mix a soft pink, and this set doesn't include white. In the old northern stories, there was a forest woman who did not rule, she listened. They said she appeared at the turning of the year when the light grew quiet and the land began to rest. She carried no tools, no fire, no crown, only patience. When the world became too loud or too fast, she would step back into the trees and wait. Not because she was lost, but because she knew that waiting is part of becoming. Moss grew beneath her feet, insects rested in her shadow, and even the stars above seemed to slow their breath. The old ones believed she guarded the rhythm of things, creation, stillness, and return. And those who allowed themselves to rest, truly rest, were set to leave the forest carrying a quiet strength, ready to begin again. I painted the stars using the gold paint, and this gold is just incredible. The opacity is amazing and it's so radiant and beautiful. I'm absolutely in love with this gold. Of course, in the end, I also used colored pencils, which work perfectly over gouache. I used them to emphasize and highlight certain parts of the image. I have to say, I'm completely thrilled with the result. It was so much fun. And I instantly had about 20 more ideas for how I could use this technique. I might even try some more complex folding methods. There are truly beautiful possibilities out there. If this inspired you and you like to see more of this, let me know in the comments. I will come up with something special for us. Then, of course, I also painted what I will call the cover. I only painted the bird. You see, when it's folded closed. All the others were painted with a glaze of this beautiful deep dark blue. The spiral and stars are of course gold again. And in the end, I went over everything once more with colored pencils. I love the results so much. I'm honestly amazed at how much this project pushed my creativity, inspired me, and made me happy. I haven't felt that in this way for a long time. All the more reason I'm grateful to be able to share this with you. Maybe some of you will try it as well. If you do and you share it on Instagram, please tag me. I would absolutely love to see what you create. For me, this was the perfect project for the turn of the year. It almost felt ritualistic. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss anything. Thank you all so much for your support. I'm really looking forward sharing my creative processes and thoughts with you in the new year as well. Have a wonderful time, my friends. I will see you in the next video. Keep the magic in your hearts. See you soon. Yours, Xonani.